What's up, family? It's Tera Chantelle and we are in Hawaii, baby, and we are outside with it. So if you hear some noises and some chatter and some animals, just know we is connecting with nature, baby. And shout out to all my alphas, my alpha sisters especially, because we get a bad rep living in this world where it is filled with misogyny, filled with hatred, filled with jealousy, and filled with a patriarchal society that wants women to dim their light. And when I peeped game from this, it really made me realize what womanhood is for me. And I want to encourage so many women to define womanhood for you, because most people are defining womanhood that has to self-sacrifice themselves for other people. Let me tell you this, a man made up what women should be like, how women should act, and how women should carry themselves. Women never made up the definition of what truly a divine feminine woman is supposed to be. We have been looking outside of ourselves. So imagine this, a woman, especially an alpha that is into leadership, leading the community, leading herself, and leading the next generation. A woman that has emotional intelligence, a woman that's not waiting for validation or waiting for other people to complete her, because she knows she is already completed. So she's looking, not even looking, she is attracting those that compliment her, not complete her. So this type of woman is not insecure. This type of woman is secure with herself and doesn't seek validation from the outside world. And most people would hate this, okay? This type of woman is called strong, independent, and which are not negative terms. But why has society made it seem like a woman that is independent, aka self-sufficient, is a threat to society? That is low consciousness thinking. That is very shallow thinking, because they want to be in control of women. They want women to have to depend on other people, which no human should ever depend on anybody else. We have to understand the way time was back in the day was not the right time. The reason why women were suppressed and oppressed because they knew the power women have. Women are the closest to the spiritual realm, especially if you came out of a woman's womb. Think about it. Women have wombs for a reason, because it carries life. It has a life force within all of us. So knowing the strategic social norms that has been programming, especially women, to operate with low self-esteem, operate insecure, operate with lack, so we can feel like we have to find an entity outside of us to then solve our problems. No one is going to save you here. The only person that is truly going to save you is you. And once you realize that, you will stop relying so much on other people and stop relying on other people to be responsible for your happiness. So as an alpha woman, I get so much backlash because I am not interested in the social norms that has been programmed for women to operate in. It's a red flag that we should all understand and overstand and really look into. Why do we give little girls baby dolls to play house with? And she's already operating, self-sacrificing her own self. So we give a little girl baby dolls to play with, a baby. So babies playing with babies. So now that's going to lead to babies having babies, because women automatically thinking this is their only pathway, not understanding that it is a plethora of opportunities awaiting for you once you awaken the consciousness to think beyond what is. Because what they are feeding us is to keep us stagnant, is to keep us from hindering our growth, is to keep us kept and under control. They don't like when a woman is intelligent and they can't control you. So they try to tell you, oh, you need to look for someone with money. But that's not your money, sis. You should want to get your own coins, your own bag, your own everything, so no one can ever manipulate you to feel like you need them, because the only person you really need is God. And whoever else that doesn't align with the godly path that God ordained for you, they can keep it stepping. But once you know how to let go, everybody is not going to manipulate you, walk all over you, and step to you any kind of way. But we should encourage women, if they want to be alphas, let them be alphas. It's going to threaten those that are insecure, but never dim your light to make other people comfortable. Tell them to put some shades on, okay? Because that don't got nothing to do with you. They need to go do the inner work within themselves so they can be all right. All right? So they can be all right. But I want to encourage my sisters to continue to lead the way, continue to do what's best for you, continue to say F the social norms, okay? Because I seen this post with Gary Vee. If you don't know who Gary Vee is, this cat, man, he spits so much game on content creation, and he says he feels so much compassion for women who are alphas that are not interested in marriage and having kids. And I felt that deep in my soul, because I'm not interested in none of that, because I want to live for me. I don't want to have to attach myself to a label to find purpose here. Now I get validation from the outside world because I have a label of this and that, and they think that is accomplishment, because that's a social norm programming that really keeps you in a box, that really keeps you from the internal growth that we all have to discover within ourselves. It keeps us from focusing on ourselves, because that's really the main focus of why we're here. We put our focus on other people and other things instead of ourselves. Because how else are we going to grow if we don't invest into ourselves, if we don't bet on ourselves? They don't want you to even love yourself, let alone be yourself. And that's a threat to society, is really being yourself. I love you, family, and I'm going to meet you at the top, baby.